I'm back at the Green Monster. I wanted to check it out because it is, in fact, all 37 feet, 2 inches tall that it says it's listed at. And for Grant Riley and Northeastern, they have a reminder on their bench every game of the height of this because he wears the number 37 because of how tall the Green Monster is. The reason he went with 37 is because his great-grandfather, William Coleman, owned the construction company that was contracted to build the Green Monster. Right, Northeastern has a 1-0 lead thanks to some dazzling saves by Devin Levi in goal. But it's also interesting to watch what he does during breaks for his team. As he comes out of his crease, turns around, faces the net, and takes a seat on the ice to start meditating. But the view is as good as it gets. The snow is coming down. You want that snow globe perspective? That's what the Green Monster provides you with. And even look on the benches. Usually you'll see a mix of cages and shields. All the players have cages. Even number 5 for Quinnipiac, Kate Riley, she started the first period with a shield, switched to a cage. I asked her coming off the ice at the end of the second period if she had to make that change. She said, oh yeah, no way I could have kept that on. UConn responded with a lot of physicality. You guys answered with another goal. How important is that for the momentum moving forward? 6th win in overtime this season, most in the nation. What about your team? What about your players allows them to find their best hockey when it matters most?
You know, it's probably his first shift in overtime all season, so he made the most of it, and I'm so happy for him.
Why go to him in that setting, the first shift for a freshman?
Well, he looked like he was going tonight.
And for you guys coming into this tournament, you told me this team is hungry to end this bean pot drought. What do you have to see from your team? What do you have to do over the next 2 periods to satiate that hunger? The last 9 minutes, 2 penalty kills. That was tight hockey. What did you see from your guys there? Now, we heard from Dominic Fensori after the second, and there was no loss of confidence of what that locker room holds. The reason for that isn't the number 3 ranking that BU has earned, but before the season, Jay Pandolfo had them do an exercise where the entire team got pebbles, wrote what they brought to the team on one side, what they bring to their family on the others. Matt Brown wrote strength for what he brings to his family and tenacity for what he brings to the team. Hey guys, and for the first time tonight, I'm noticing the Fenway grounds crew is stepping in, helping them clear out that pathway where the Zambonis exit from. So at first it was the Army sent from the NHL, these shovels. These guys have been nonstop, just monsters tonight. Fenway Park grounds crew is stepping in to help them out as well. Literally all hands on deck to make this ice as great as possible, which they've been doing tonight.
Well, you can see in that shot right there, you know, the guys in the black jackets, those are the NHL guys. The guys in the red jackets, that's a grounds crew. That's the grounds crew.
George,
now,
where
if it
is
keeps
your
up,
shovel,
George is going to end up being
shovel?
part of this.
I want to ask for one, but I think there'll be a union violation, so I'm going to let the pros do it. Also, I don't want to break my back on the ice, so I'm going to stay away.
Yeah, don't mess up that beautiful hat that you somehow got.
Well, TC, it's getting a lot thicker. You see the lines are kind of disappearing from the broadcast, and even from me right now, standing rinkside. The snow is building up, and asking some of the equipment managers from Quinnipiac what they think. They said it's like the shovels aren't even working. They'll get on, they'll clear it off, they're doing a good job, but it's this heavy, wet snow that we saw pregame that's dialing up once again, making a layer over the ice and certainly slowing down the puck. So checking in on Henry Thrun right after the second period ended. Before he went to the locker room, he was immediately getting looked at by Harvard trainers. Hearing from a Harvard spokesman, they told me he's dealing with an upper body issue. He is on Harvard's bench, but I have not seen him on the ice yet in this period.
And tomorrow, got a little bone to pick, though. How did George get one of those Frozen Fenway hats?
I would love to have one of those. Maybe, you know, George can help us track some of those down, too. Here.
TC, I said your name at the pro shop, actually. That's what happened. I walked in and said, put on Tom Cairns' tab.
Is that what it is?
I'll take it with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for the Bees jersey, too, by the way.
At least I can do it.
Now, if you look at Mitch Benson's mask, the back plate to it, the design there of the blue brain, well, that represents the biggest hurdle in his career, and that goes back to his days at Colgate when Benson suffered a concussion right before the 2020-21 season that knocked him out for the year. Now, Mitch tried everything to get back on the ice but couldn't shake the symptoms and thought his hockey career was over. Then he met functional neurologist Dr. Anthony Lemo, who's based out of the same hometown as Mitch in Ontario, and he worked with him using rehab exercises on an iPad to use his vision and improve it. That got him back on the ice. Now, Mitch is grateful for his time away because he discovered his passion for biology, which is what he earned his bachelor degree in at Colgate. And he also says it helped him find an identity away from the ice and boosted his confidence as he knows he can do something aside from hockey at a high level. Now he's in the crease, he's increased appreciation and gratitude for his time away from it. A lot of goals in front of you, but you always said it started with tonight. What does this do to set you up for the Bean Pot, Hockey East, and the NCAA tournament? Congrats on the win. 2 assists for you, 3 goals for the team. What was right for the offense overcoming the elements today? Thanks, TC. Devin, no Sith Lords for you to face tonight, just the #1 scoring offense in all of college hockey. They needed an extra skater to get that one goal. But what led you to have so much success tonight? We saw an early goal from Cutter Gauthier. What a way for him to get back from the World Juniors. Now, I talked to him in the dugout before this game, and he told me when it came to travel, it was an early bus ride out of Halifax, 3:45 a.m. to the airport, layover in Quebec. They got into Boston yesterday. Northeastern has a 1-0 lead thanks to some dazzling saves by Devin Levi in goal. But it's also interesting to watch what he does during breaks for his team. As he comes out of his crease, turns around, faces the net, and takes a seat on the ice to start meditating. Devin picked this up when he first was a goaltender for Team Canada and World Juniors and realized he doesn't like long TV breaks. He went to the bench, said that's not my thing, and came back. For him, it breaks up the game into little segments. Good or bad, whatever happened, he puts it behind him. And when he meditates, he focuses on the present. He picked that up from Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars, as him and his dad are big fans. So when I spoke with Devin a few weeks ago leading up to the Bean Pop, I had some fun with him and asked him some Star Wars trivia to test his knowledge.
What is